Alright, let's cut to the chase. We've all grown up with certain ideas about what it means to be a man or a woman. We've heard the arguments, but is there more to the story? It's time for some real talk. Today's debate topic is one that has sparked intense discussion across the nation for years. Gender roles. Are they outdated or essential? This is Viewpoint Versus, the series in which we explore clashing perspectives and expand our minds through debate style. On one side, we have those who argue that gender roles are deeply rooted in our history, providing a necessary structure for families and society at large. They believe that these roles are not only natural but essential for maintaining a healthy balance in soul dynamics. On the other side, we have those who argue that gender roles are restrictive and outdated, limiting personal freedom and stifling the potential of individuals. They believe that breaking free from these roles is crucial for achieving true equality and personal fulfillment. All right, the parties are all set. Now, let the debate begin.
Gender roles have been the foundation of human society since time immemorial. They are not arbitrary assignments, but reflect the natural differences between men and women. These roles have ensured the survival and stability of civilizations by creating clear expectations and responsibilities within families and communities. Men, by their biological makeup, are generally stronger and more suited for protection and providing, while women, with their nurturing instincts, excel in caregiving and child-rearing. To abandon these roles in the name of progress is to ignore the wisdom of generations before us. Instead of discarding gender roles, we should embrace them, allowing them to guide us in creating strong, stable societies.
Gender roles are nothing more than social constructs designed to maintain power dynamics that favor one group over another. They limit individual potential by forcing people into predefined categories, regardless of their personal abilities, interests, or desires. In today's world, we see countless examples of people defying these roles and thriving. Women are not just nurturers, but leaders, innovators, and creators. Men are not just providers, but caregivers, teachers, and nurturers. Clinging to outdated gender roles stifles progress, reinforces inequality, and prevents us from achieving a society where everyone can be who they truly are without fear of judgment or limitation. The future lies in embracing diversity and breaking free from these archaic constraints.
While it's true that individuals today are breaking free from traditional roles, this doesn't mean that these roles are inherently harmful or unnecessary. The success of individuals who step outside their traditional roles does not negate the value of those roles for society as a whole. In fact, much of the chaos and instability we see in modern times can be attributed to the erosion of these structures. Family breakdowns, rising mental health issues, and the disintegration of community bonds can all be traced back to the rejection of the roles that once provided clear guidance and purpose. We need to ask ourselves if the price of this so-called progress is worth it.
The instability you describe is not caused by the rejection of gender roles, but by the rigid enforcement of them. When people are forced into roles that do not align with their true selves, it leads to dissatisfaction, stress, and ultimately, societal issues. The traditional model of the family was not perfect. It often silenced the voices of women and marginalized anyone who did not fit into a binary understanding of gender. By allowing people the freedom to define their own roles, we foster a society that is not only more inclusive but also more innovative and resilient. The issues of mental health and community breakdown you mention are better addressed by creating supportive environments where people are free to be themselves.
There's no denying that freedom of choice is important, but the complete dismissal of gender roles in favor of absolute individualism risks undermining the very fabric of our society. Gender roles provide a sense of identity and belonging, something that is increasingly lost in our hyper-individualistic world. Without these roles, we are left with a society where nothing is certain, where the concept of family is up for debate, and where the pursuit of self-interest overrides the common good. We must remember that with freedom comes responsibility, and sometimes, responsibility means adhering to roles that serve the greater good, even if they seem restrictive on the surface.
What you're advocating for is not a balance. but a return to a past that was far from ideal. Gender roles might offer a sense of identity, but at what cost? When we force people into these roles, we deny them the opportunity to explore their full potential. The concept of family is not in jeopardy because of changing gender roles, rather, it is evolving to include more diverse and loving configurations. As society progresses, we need to recognize that rigid adherence to the past can hold us back from creating a more equitable and fulfilling future. True responsibility lies in embracing change and ensuring that everyone has the freedom to define their own identity and role in society.
In conclusion, gender roles have provided stability, identity, and a sense of purpose for countless generations. They are not merely societal constructs, but reflections of the natural differences that exist between men and women. By maintaining these roles, we preserve the order and stability that have allowed societies to flourish. Rejecting them outright, in the name of progress, risks throwing away the very foundation of our civilization. While it's important to allow individual choice, we must also recognize the value that traditional gender roles bring to society as a whole.
To conclude, gender roles are outdated constraints that limit individual freedom and potential. They perpetuate inequality and prevent us from building a society where everyone is truly free to be themselves. The world is changing, and we must change with it by embracing diversity and rejecting rigid roles that no longer serve us. By allowing people the freedom to define their own paths, we create a more inclusive, innovative, and equitable society. It's time to move beyond the past and embrace a future where everyone is valued for who they are, not the roles they are expected to play.
The debate on gender roles is a reflection of the broader struggle between tradition and progress. On one side, one argument is made for the stability and order that traditional roles bring to society. While on the other side, the focus is on individual freedom and the potential for a more inclusive and equitable future. Both perspectives offer valuable insights, but ultimately, the path forward will likely require a balance, honoring the past while embracing the changes necessary for a better future. So, who won the debate? Do you agree or lean towards the traditionalist perspective on gender roles? Or do you find yourself aligned with the progressive perspective on gender roles? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the debate, slap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, insight prevails over division. So let's continue the conversation.